there we go. Okay, so it said write an arithmetic equation, which we did, and then find the nth term. So I didn't tell you what term to find, so I'm going to tell you. So we are going to find, so part B of this problem is find the 20th term. Okay, so you're going to have to write an equation. You're going to have to find the 20th term. So this is what we're going to do. So what we're going to do is wherever we see an n now, we're going to put 20. So we're going to write A20 because, see where it says AN? So we're going to write A20 because that tells us, hey, we're finding the 20th term. We're going to leave the -1. And then n is 20, so we're going to replace n with 20. And then we're going to multiply it by -3. Remember what I said yesterday, you guys, is that if this is negative, if your common difference is negative, make sure you put it in parentheses. So now what you're going to do is -1. What is 20 minus 1? 19. And we're going to multiply. Now we're going to do the order of operations. What is 19 times -3? -57, I believe. Yep. Okay, so what is -1 plus -57? They're both negative, so it's going to be -58. So you guys, if we would keep adding -3, right? If we keep adding -3, by the time we got to the 20th term, it would be -58. So you could keep adding -3, keep adding until you got to your 20th term. That's just a little tedious, right? So that's why we have a sequence or an equation so that we don't have to keep adding the -3, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple I want to do another example and then we'll start working on your workbook page, but I want to make sure everyone at home practicing. Okay, so let's find an equation for the following. This is example 4, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to write an equation and then we're going to find the term, like the 20, whatever term, okay? So part A is going to be write an equation. Okay, so in the equation, remember, so here is the equation. I always write the equation. That's the equation. So what we need is we need A1 and we need D, okay? Okay, because we're not going to find AN yet. Okay, so what is A1? A1 equals what? 19, because A1 is always the first term of the sequence. N minus 1 is going to stay, and now what we need to do is we need to find the D. And to find the D, what do we do? How do we find the common difference? We're going to do 34 minus 29. And what is 34 minus 29?
5.
Is it 5?
Yeah.
And then we put 5 here. And that's our equation. Now, some people, we can distribute and all of that. You might see that, but you guys don't be worried about, oh, my equation doesn't look like this. We can distribute. So let's just, if we distribute the 5 like this, the 5n stays. And then what is 19 minus 5? So you might see it like this. There's nothing wrong with this equation, okay? Really, there's nothing wrong. It's just some people, when they write the equation, they actually distribute and all of that. So I would take either this equation or this equation. I would be happy with either one, okay? But remember, if it's multiple choice, they might give you this. It means you might need to work it out. Okay, now part B is let's find the 100th term. See, there's nothing stopping us if we have the equation. You guys, it's a lot easier than to keep adding 5 100 times, right? So, to find the 100th term, A to 100, because n is 100 now, we can either use, which equation do you want to use? The one before or the one before we distributed or the one after? We'll use the one before. Okay. What is 100 minus 1? Just remember you need to multiply first. So then what is 99 times 5? That's a big number. What did you get? I did do it, but I want to see if you guys got the same answer. You guys are probably going to need a calculator for this part. What did you get?
It's 495.
Okay, and now we're almost done. 495 plus 19 is 514. So the 100th term in this sequence is 514. How'd you guys do? Here's your homework. Okay. So it's workbook page 43, 2 through 16 evens, and then 17 through 20 all. And then workbook page 44, 13 through 17 all. So we'll see what we can get done, and then we'll go from there, okay?
I forgot my notebook at home.
Okay.